I'm running to the Lord of Death, through the crowds and through the time. I'm standing in front of him, looking into his eyes, waiting for this moment, this last and final judgment. In this episode, we arrived at Fengdu County, the city of ghosts in China. The old saying said that when a human died in the earthly realm, Lord of Death will send his guardians to bring the newly dead to him for judgment. Some were granted renewed lives, some were sent to be tortured. This place is both the gate to hell and the entrance to heaven. Hi everyone, it's 11 a.m. now. We are at Fengdu County today and still along Yangtze River, you can see that. But this terrain here is much more flat, relatively compared to what we saw at the Three Gorges in our last episode, like in Fengdu County. So there are two popular ways if you want to visit the ghost city here. One is you can take a high-speed subway from Chongqing main city to the Fengdu County. And the second one is you can take a cruise along the Yangtze River. The cruise will stop over just down below this mountain and then you can go up this ghost city. Behind me is the entrance to the ghost city. They said that all the stories about death are hidden right on that mountain behind me. So I think I'm ready to get inside now. This is an original gate for Ghost City. The word here is the character for Ghost City in Chinese, and below it on the board it says 天下名山, which means the famous mountain in China, from a poem by Su Shi. It's describing the mountain in front of us, Fengdu Shan, on which the Ghost City located. And on both sides of this gate are also poems by Li Bai, which means no matter who you were in your life, you have to come here to face the challenges or the judgment by Yama after you die. Around 1,400 years ago, during the Sui dynasty, this region was first named Fengdu. This name coincidentally matched with the name of the Taoist god in charge of the underworld. Taoism is a Chinese religion that believes in the harmony between human and nature. During the Han Dynasty, two people, Yin Changsheng and Wang Fangping, practiced Taoism here. Rumors has it that they became immortal finally. From then on, people began to call Mr. Yin and Mr. Wang together as Yin Wang. And people began to believe that this was the place where the god of the underworld resided. As time went by, Taoists combined the local ghost culture. They established a practice center on Fengdu Mountain. Gradually, they developed the concept of ghosts and gods to fill the voids in people's perceptions of death. So after you check in, there are two ways to reach the ghost city. One is to take a cable car, but just I saw the service station for cable car is under maintenance. It will cost 20 yuan. Another way is to climb up this mountain, just go hiking up. It will take 20 minutes, I heard. There are some lanterns hang up on the trees. It would be very beautiful at night, I think. In front of me is the bridge named Naiheqiao. One of the challenges, I heard this bridge was built in Ming Dynasty. It was really an old building. When the people died, his soul will travel a long way in the ghost city. The Yama, the judge of the hell, will set up 3 passes to judge your life. And if you've been kind in your life, you will pass through this bridge successfully and may be reincarnated into a very rich or noble family in your next life. But otherwise, if you've done too many evil things in your life, the devils on this bridge will beat you into a pool under the bridge and be eaten by the demons on the pool. You are not allowed to reborn in the next life. And there are some sayings about this bridge. For your information, it would be better to cross this bridge with odd steps, because odd number in ancient China means luck, so it will bring luck to you. If lovers cross this bridge hand in hand with 9 steps, you both will still be married in your next life, because 9 means luck and permanent in ancient China. This bridge was built in the Ming Dynasty, more than 600 years ago. Naihe Bridge means inexorable. It corresponds to the regret and helplessness of a person's will in life. This happens when they reincarnate into a new life. In Buddhism, it also means hell. When you walk across this bridge, a woman called Mengpo will force you to drink a bowl of soup. After drinking it, you will forget everything of the past life. Then you will enter the path of reincarnation without any attachment with your past life and start a new round of life. People say that this soup comes from the flower Lycoris radiata, bianhua, also called manjusaka in Sanskrit. The flower blooms in the underworld according to Buddhist story. It blooms in July. The flower language is sad memories. When the flower blooms, it looks like a carpet of blood from a distance. So according to that, people say it's the path of fire that guides the souls to heaven. This flower is a flower of attraction, and its scent has magical powers to bring back the memories of the dead. What a beautiful and sad name, just like a farewell elegy to this lively world. I don't know if you have the same experience as me, because sometimes when I'm about to do something or to go somewhere, suddenly I will feel like I have done this thing before, and I also have the impression of that place in my memory. It's amazing because you feel like you have the power to foresee something at that moment. So that's also why I am always curious about the concept of reincarnation, because I think maybe in my last life when I drank the soup, I just didn't finish all, and a small part of my memory left in my head. Each step here represents one level of heaven. The higher the levels, the higher the immortals stay. Taoism also evolved its understanding of the levels of the heavens by absorbing Buddhist philosophy. It formed 36 heavens in total. The extra 3 heavens here are the roots of all things in this universe based on Taoism. Taoism sees death as the start of a new life. It continues in another form, like a pupa becoming a butterfly or a human becoming a spirit. Buddhism views death as a kind of perfection and liberation of one's soul, and refers to it as nirvana. Both Buddhism and Taoism understand death differently from the world. They see it as the fulfillment of practice, a kind of reward. Religions share similar concepts and spiritual elements about the world after death in this ghost city. They combine each other's ideas, creating a splendid fantasy that goes beyond death itself. This is the second path I saw in the ghost city, Guimenguan, leading to the underground world, the real edge of death. On both sides of these roads to Guimenguan are 18 ghosts. They are all selected by Yama to guard this path, so they will check the passing souls very strictly. If you are found to be evil, they will catch you and send you directly to the torture chamber, and you are not allowed to reincarnate it. Different statues here represent different kind of things. For example, this statue is the ghost of alcohol. If you drank too much, after your death, he will catch you maybe, and then you are not allowed to reincarnate it into your next life. This one maybe represent the gluttony if we compare to the thing. And this statue represents lust. So she may eat your soul if you overindulge in lust. And here are some men's head skulls haunted by her. To pass this gate, 鬼门关, you still need an underground passport named 路引 in Taoism. It will help the soul enter this pass successfully. Here is the character of 路引 in Chinese. Okay, to pass through this gate, you'd better not to touch the threshold below and with smile. I just heard from the tour guide, and otherwise you'll be cursed. So it sounds a little bit superstitious, but not that we are here in a ghost city, I'd better to follow the rules here. After passing through 鬼门关, the ghost gate, there is a long road to report to Yama. They said that newly dead souls cannot turn back on this road, and if you do, it may be haunted by the evils or demons on this road, and then you are not be able to enter the netherworld and be reincarnated. Here, we arrived at this tower named 望乡楼, which means that after we die, your ghost can still look out over your homeland or your families from this building. Here, we finally arrived at the destination, 天子殿, the temple of Yama. And here comes the last test. They said you need to stand on this stone with only 1 foot and face the temple to stare at the word on the board of this temple, 神木如电, the stare of God, which means you behave very well in your life, and then you are not afraid of any kind of tests or challenges. You can stare at the Yama directly. Then you can pass all the tests and enter this temple to see Yama. This statue is Bai Wuchang, is a very familiar figure in China. And this is his brother, Hei Wuchang. They are the first ones to welcome you upon your death. So the white one welcomes the kind guys in your life, and the black one catches the evils. So they are the guys to transport you to be judged by the Yama in the temple. This is the temple of Yama, and there are some colorful statues on both sides. They are the officials or supervisors responsible for maintaining the orders in the underground world. For example, if you are not satisfied with the decisions by Yama and you want to run away, you will be catched by them and sent back to be punished here. Yama, the king of hell, sits high above. When I'm looking at him, I still feel nervous. He holds the power over people's lives and deaths, determining when you die, how you die, and where you go after death. People come up here to pray, to worship. They pray for ancestors, wishing they've already went to heaven. They pray for a lifetime of peace, health, and luck for whole families. Behind the Yama is his wife's statue. Outside the temple, small statues display the landscape of tortures in the 18 levels of hell. Here, they use various methods to torture those who have done evil things in their lives as a way of paying for their sins. In the old days, humans on this planet built all kinds of culture regarding death and spirits. In the Divine Comedy, Dante also made a very detailed description through his travel into the Hell's Abyss. The ghost city here is another presentation of the underground world. It shows how people perceived the unknown parts of death. In this imaginary world after they're gone, what is ghost? It may be just the evil part of a human. If so, we all could be ghosts. If so, what are we? What are we supposed to be?
Go again, another round, always blurring the lines. You think we figured it out, but I got a feeling we'll be here again. Maybe it's just in my head, maybe it's just in my head. And how many times can we call it the end? Maybe it's just in my head, maybe it's just in my head. We lose it all and win it back. We keep running in place. I guess that's what we do best. If we could find what we had then.